Hello, world. What a day we had today. One of the hardest things about being contrarian is the fact that it's hard sometimes to believe in yourself when everybody's saying one thing, but you just have a feeling what they're saying is wrong. This crash that happened today, even though I had predicted something was off and something was coming, even I shocked myself, to be honest with you, because I wasn't sure we were going to get such a big correction in one day. One thing that's been really difficult as a trader for the longest time for me is trying to identify when there's a fake out. And that's how I had so many losses when I started trading earlier. I feel like I've gotten better at it now. I'm not perfect, but I think I've refined my strategy to stay level headed and watch out for certain indicators to identify when we have a fake out. So I made the call. Actually, that was my very last video right up until this video. My last post was on October 4th, and I said, emergency signals are flashing. In fact, right in my video description, if you notice, I had stated, will Bitcoin form a triple top at $124,000 and then correct? Or do we hold strong and break to a new all-time high? I explained in previous videos how I feel like Bitcoin is forming a triple top. And if Bitcoin is not able to go way past that triple top, we are going to have a problem. Because not only is that a triple top, but that triple top area, which is the $124,000 area, is a trend line that goes all the way back years, where Bitcoin, every time it bangs its head on that line, always forms a top. And what's crazy is my last post on October 4th was actually my 10th video in a weird way. Not only was that my 10th video, I had just hit 10 subscribers at the time. And what's also crazy is today's correction happened on 10/10. So there's a whole bunch of 10s all around, which is kind of spooky. I don't know if that's a sign. It's a really spooky thing that happened where I have 10, 10, 10. But that being said, this was a call that I had made. And I hate recapping all my videos because I put a lot of thought into each one of my videos based on what's happening in the market. So please, if you're trying to understand how I come to these conclusions, watch the previous videos because I pick up from where I left off in each video. Okay. Now, in the last video, I explained how we have a full moon on October 6th coming up. And full moons usually mean a pump. That is exactly what we did. In fact, the pump started a little bit early, a few days early before October 6th, and the pump tapped out exactly on October 6th, I believe. And we'll take a look at the chart shortly. But in the last, I want to say 2 to 3 videos, I kept saying something was bothering me about Bitcoin. And that's why I put a clock next to Bitcoin instead of a green check mark, because every single thing I had stated played out, except for the fact that Bitcoin did not retest the 200 daily moving average. And the fact that Bitcoin did not do that, that was bothering me. And I stated saying, not only do we have a triple top forming, I hate the fact that Bitcoin did not retest the 200 daily moving average. And I feel like this is a sort of fake out where Bitcoin will come back to retest the daily moving average. So let's take a quick look at the charts. See how perfectly this played out, where Bitcoin came all the way down to the 200 moving average. Now, if we want to be precise, there's a tiny little gap here I don't know if Bitcoin is still going to come down a little bit more to fully retest this. So there is a little gap. It's not all the way through. I don't know if this counts as a retest since it came close enough. Regardless of that, it came right down to the target. The only thing that was different about my call at the time is the fact that when I initially made the call, the 200 moving average was at $103,000. So at the time, I was thinking we should have come down to 103 because that's where it was. But we got the crazy pump, and that pump went up all the way to exactly, look how perfect this is, folks. I mean, I could not have predicted this any better, honestly. I'm honestly shocked at myself, if I have to be frank. Exactly on October 6th is exactly when this pump ended. And not only did this pump end there on October 6th, it hit exactly on the trend lines that we have stated here. So this is truly an amazing thing, even for me. And it allows me to continue to refine my charting skills in terms of the behavior of Bitcoin. Now, what should we expect next? I'm not sure. To be quite frank, I take it day by day based on what the charts are saying and what the signals are saying. The question for me now is, does this count as a retest of the 200, or do we have more downside to go? Time will tell. So if we're able to see what Bitcoin does over the next few days, I'll have a better idea, maybe what might be coming. Now, that being said, these were the scenarios I had laid out for Bitcoin. Scenario 1, I said cycle top around October 8th to the 12th. Today's October 10th. Exactly what I stated here in scenario 1 is what played out. Now, that's not saying this is the top. This might be some sort of local top. I don't know if this is the final top, but regardless of that, the top, some type of top that I had made a call of, happened exactly on the scenario 1 date I had called out. Now, scenario 2 is what I personally think will be the ultimate top. Again, let me repeat, scenario 2 is what I think will be the ultimate top, but that doesn't put blinders on me. I don't want my bias to lead me the wrong way, because if scenario 1 turns out to be the ultimate top, that means this scenario wins. But it's hard for us to say now. Only time will tell until we get to scenario number 2. And a quick correction I had to make on scenario 2. In scenario 2, I had October 29th. I made a mistake actually when I wrote my dates, because when I did my calculations here, you could see October 26th is what I wrote. But I think when I transferred this to my PowerPoint document here, I made a mistake in previous videos putting October 29th. So I just made that correction here to October 26th. So I've made that correction to say October 26th. So we have 2 scenarios still in play. Will scenario 1, which I thought was highly unlikely, be what plays out and turns out to be the final Bitcoin top? Or was my scenario 1 still correct, but it was more of a local top, and then we still rally high to scenario 2, which would then be the final top? Either way, it shows how close my signals were to confirming Bitcoin behavior. Now, for the rest of the signals, we have signal 2, which activated. We have signal number 7, which are also activated. If you want explanations around these things, please watch all my previous videos. Like I said, I don't like to recap these things. So just watch previous videos for explanations around all of these. There is another signal out of these 7 signals that's already starting to flash. I'm not going to reveal that signal today. I'll probably make another video on Monday. Either Sunday or Monday, I'll make a new video and reveal that signal. But right now, there's another one flashing again. So this is another reason why I don't think we're on the final top yet, only because all my signals have not flashed. But I repeat, Just because all my signals has not flashed, I am not biased to think that the scenario that I want to play out is what will play out. Scenario one possibly could be the top, and it's game over. So we'll see how the next few days goes, but I wanted to do a quick update because today was truly mind blowing and it validated a lot of things that I've been working on in terms of being able to identify fake outs in the market and legitimate trends. Thanks for listening, and I'll update you in a few days.